and passions that have a common thread. As a matter of fact, yesterday I was at a meeting with the Edith Bush Foundation, and we were doing little clips of the CEOs and I saw Victoria Wells pop up on a little video, and I was very amused. So let's welcome Toastmaster Victoria Wells for her Icebreaker, so no buzzing, to the podium.
Thank you. I've learned a very important lesson today. Always go first. You know that nerdy kid that's homeschooled, braids in her hair, long jean skirt, quoting Bible verses to some poor parent at the birthday because they don't know how to talk to kids their age? Yeah, that's me. I mean, was me. Hi, my name is Victoria Wells, and I'm a former homeschooled nerdy kid. I grew up in Ocala, Florida, with one younger brother named Hunter, 2 dogs, Buzz and Angel, and a cat named Annie, which is now multiplied into 7. My mom has a problem. And various other animal friends, including a spotted pig I creatively named Spotty. Oh yeah. And I grew up hunting and fishing, have been gator hunting, and I shot my first deer at 12. But enough about skinning dead animals. Have any of you taken piano lessons or some other instrument as a kid? Most of the room. Have any of you also uttered some version of, I really wish I kept with it. I would love to be able to play today. Yeah? Okay, I can't relate. I did keep with it. I am a classically trained pianist and vocalist. It all began when I started taking piano lessons at just 5 years old, though my Nana would have argued that it began when I was dancing around in front of her TV at just 2. By the time I was a teenager, I felt like I was an 80-year-old in a 14-year-old's body. I preferred Bach and Brahms and any other moody classical music to the music of the day. Being homeschooled and a total nerd, my friend options were limited, which drove me deeper into music and more isolating hobbies, but little did I know, these hobbies would turn into the communities I was so desperately seeking. Music became my means to express myself, so I just couldn't picture a life without it being a large part of it. This led to my decision to go to Stetson University for a Bachelor's of Arts in Piano Performance. I discovered how much I loved collaborating with other musicians, specifically vocalists and choirs. Today, I continue this passion by playing for a church choir, my friends' awesome high schoolers at all of their competitions, there's a lot of them, and at the occasional cocktail hour. Music has brought my best friend and the community that I have wherever I go. Throughout my childhood, however, I was not only playing piano, running around barefoot, helter-skelter around the house singing Disney songs, and going to swim practice. I was also obsessively reading historical fiction, specifically in the Civil War and injustice genre. This obsession evolved into my decision to minor in political science, almost go to law school, and then decide to pursue my master's in business administration instead. Now I am pursuing a career in the nonprofit sector, and I remember reading these books as a kid. A lot of them were about slavery, and I was just so enraged. I would think to myself, sometimes yelling it at the dinner table, how wrong all of this was, and how if I was alive during that time, I would do something about it. Well, around my senior year of college, in the middle of a panic attack about my future, musicians are not exactly known to be the people who survive best in this world. It occurred to me, I am alive in those times. There's actually so much injustice and inequality still, and I can do something about it. So for my first major life decision post-college, I moved to Washington, D.C., which was either brave or stupid. The jury's still out on that one. I began working for a nonprofit that helped people with in different socioeconomic backgrounds get access to arts education. The second nonprofit I've worked for helps people in poverty get a leg up. And I have recently received a promotion to be development director at the Center for Independent Living. The dollars I raise for this organization help people with disabilities live more independently by gaining access to resources, training, equipment, and peer support. Not only am I keeping the promise I made as a child to do something about these injustices, but I'm also building a community for myself here. I remember the first time I got to be there when a ramp was built with my organization. It was for a woman who was blind and whose fibromyalgia was making it progressively more difficult for her to get up and down the stairs into her home. Her and her partner had recently had a baby girl, curly-haired. She peeked out at us the whole time our volunteers were building this ramp. And when she was able to come down in the wheelchair, she said, with tears in her eyes, that she was so excited that she was going to be able to sit outside and feel the breeze while her daughter played in the grass. And I remember thinking, yeah, I'm in the right place. These individuals were able to access their community again. Community is, of course, part of why I joined Toastmasters. In addition to it being an incredibly awesome place to hone my skills, you guys are such a genuine group of people seeking genuine connection with each other, even if we have some political differences. To an observer, my fields of work and study may not initially harmonize, but to me, they allow me to be creative and have flexibility, and most importantly, to truly be the change I want to see in the world. I hope to continue doing that with all of you.